In today's session, we are going to see the JSON file operations. So before actually going towards the topic practically, we'll just have to know what exactly the meaning of JSON file is. This is one of the mechanism. Now today the data is stored just like you might have heard about dictionary and the concept of MongoDB. The format that they use exactly the similar way, the format is chosen by the JSON files also. So what exactly JSON means? JavaScript object notation. Okay, it's one of the popular data format used for representing the structured data. It's common to transmit and receive the data between a server and web application in JSON format. In Python, JSON exists as a string. Okay, just an example, check it out. I have stored this information in a string format, just can check it out. So this name is Bob, languages are Python and Java, like this. Okay, so it's also common to store a JSON object in a file directly. So in this way you can store the data. Now if you find it, it's just like a dictionary. Name is a key, Bob is the value, languages is a key, Python and Java are the values. Let's say this. To work with this kind of the file, we have to install the library. So JSON lib-python 3 is a library that we have to install with the help of pip installer. Okay, so use your pip installer or use your Anaconda. With the help of that JSON lib-python 3 library we have to install in the Python, then only it is possible to work with the operations of JSON files. Okay, so once the operations are done, you are ready to work with the JSON file. Now let's continue. Now before actually working with the file, let's try to use something different here. We can pass a JSON file string using json.loads method and returns a dictionary there. Let's see, I'll create a file first, or I'll create a string first and then we'll work with the files basically. So here in this program which is shown to you, I'm importing a JSON first, then in person I'm creating the string which is just like a collection of key value pairs. Okay, so name, cat, languages, English, French, something like this. Okay, in this way. And then I want to store this data into a JSON file format. It's a string and I'll load that json.loads. This string will be loaded and stored into the dictionary format, something like this. Okay, after that I'm printing it on the screen, and if I want to access a specific value, okay, specific value from the respective JSON file format, I'll be making use of the method that we have seen in the dictionary, like accessing with the help of the keys there. So let's go for writing the program for this. Let's understand how to write the program and check it out. So first of all, dictionary. So check this one. Here I have the person whose values are stored. Okay, then loads. So loads is to load the string and store it in dictionary format. Okay, that's what the meaning of this particular method is. Okay, and then I'm printing it and then I'm extracting a specific values with the help of the keys there. So check this. Let's run this. Okay, see this is the first output which is there in the dictionary format, and the second output which is we are accessing the value with the help of the key languages. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that's the application of the json.loads. We just can try that and check the output of it. Now let's go for the file. Now we can use json.load method to read a file containing string or JSON objects. So see, just can check the method are different there. In the previous example, the method is load s, that is load string. Now if I want to read actual JSON file, then I'll be making use of the method load. Suppose that we are having a file whose name is person.json. All the JSON files ends with an extension JSON, which will contain the information like, okay, if you have worked with the dictionary, you are knowing the concept, or if you have worked with the MongoDB kind of NoSQL kind of files. So in that files also the data is stored in this specific format, key and value pairs. Okay, key and the value pair. So if you okay, we'll go for performing the operations with that. I'll just show the file which I'm having with me here. Okay, that's person.json. Okay, so just like this one, this is your JSON file. I'll just open my text editor. Yeah, check it out. So this is a JSON file. we are having the object created something like this, name Bob, and the languages are English and French. So in languages is a list of the strings and name is a single string there. Similar to that, such n number of data can be put inside the person.json file or any kind of the JSON file there. And then just like it's not compulsory that all the element that you are storing inside JSON file should carry the similar number of things inside it, n number of, that's why it is called as not only SQL, remember. So let's try to read this particular file, which is person.json, and how to perform that operation, that we will see. Now see, okay, yeah, json.read. Now let's see how to work with this. So first of all, you have to import the JSON, okay, and now as we know, with open is basically used to perform operation with the files where auto close operations are there, okay. So with open the file person.json as f. So f is the object which will control your file JSON, and inside that I will use json.load. So load is used to read the file, and the file which is read will be stored in a variable data, okay. So data is a dictionary variable, okay, because the data stored inside the JSON file is compatible with the dictionary. So all the data will be loaded and stored in the variable data, which is a dictionary. I will print that dictionary on the screen, and after that, with the help of for loop, with the help of iterations of the for loop, I will just print that data on the screen, okay. So for key in data, we know that with the help of a for loop, a key can be extracted, and if you want to print the value of the respective key, so I can make use of this method and mechanism, like, okay. So key is extracted, first key, second key, third key, and along with that we will print key and data present at the respective key after that, okay. So actually I have only two keys present inside it. So let's see, I'll just read it, and first key data, second key data, like that will be printed with the help of the respective for loop. So one thing to mention here is that I am using a load method. With the help of that, the file, JSON file, will be read, and that will be stored in a dictionary format of the data. So let's try to run this file. Okay, say this, yeah, this one. So first I just read and printed completely. In this way it's printed, and now this is key, value, and this is key, and this is value, like this. So this is the way which is chosen to read the JSON file and print on the screen like this. Okay, let's try to change something in the person.json. Let's add one more parameter here, age, okay. Age is like 40, okay, fine, okay. So one more parameter we added, age, whose value is 40. So let's try to run it again. Now see this data is also added here, check it out, and here also getting printed, age is 40. Similarly, we'll have many more, like for example, I want contact, and in contact we are having multiple information stored, okay, multiple kind of information stored, like I'll have some number, okay, like this, fine. So two values I have stored inside it, which are the numerical, which are integer values there, okay. So let's run this again, check it out. Now here the dictionary is created, and now check it one by one. So these two values are stored. This is just like a NoSQL. Any number of values can be stored inside the values parameter, okay, for the respective key there. So in this way, the JSON file can be read, and that can be printed iteratively on the screen by using the for loop. Okay, check it out. The thing that we have done, same way. Now JSON to string, we have already seen operation from string to JSON, which is used to perform operation with loads. Now just inverse operation of loads is called as a dumps. Okay, so with the help of the dumps, we can convert your dictionary into the string format. Okay, dictionary into the string format, just like, okay, check it out. The example I mentioned here, here person dictionary is name Bob, age 12, children none. So this is a dictionary created here. So with the help of this dictionary, I'll just use json.dumps method. Dictionary will be passed as parameter to it, and that will be converted into a string format, which is whose name is person_JSON. Just inverse operation that loads does, here dumps does. Dumps, dump to string, that's what dumps means. Okay, and with the help of that JSON file, JSON format or dictionary format basically used to convert into the string file. So let's check it out that also. Okay, so here is the program which we are done, and let's try that. Okay, this is a dictionary format basically, string format. Dictionary format is converted into the string format. Okay, so in this way the data is converted, and we have stored that data into the string format, and it's printed on the screen. Okay, so when it's required to convert from string to dictionary, dictionary to string, or JSON to string, string to JSON, so we'll be making use of loads and dumps method. Now let's go for the most important example here, to write the data into the respective format, writing to JSON file. Okay, so to write that data in JSON file, we must be having a dictionary with us, and that dictionary we can store as it is inside a JSON file. So let's create that. First of all, so I just created a dictionary, name Bob, language is English, French, married, true, age is 32. So total 4 elements are there, out of it one key, languages key, is containing 2 elements present inside it. Okay, and to write it I am having a function called a dump. Okay, dump function, which is used to store the dictionary into the JSON file like this. So with open person.txt as in W mode, that is in writing mode. Okay, so make sure that we will have the JSON extension also, but it will override my previous file. That's why I have changed the content, change the extension .txt as JSON file. Okay, the JSON file is the object of this, and then JSON.dump. Okay, what to dump? Person dictionary. Okay, this one, this file I am going to dump inside it. And what's the object name? JSON underscore file. That's the object in which this dictionary will be dumped, and automatically the file will be closed. As we know, with open will close the file automatically once the operations are completed. Okay, so this is the way that we store the dictionary into the JSON file. Okay, let's try that practically. Okay, so with the write operations, yeah, here it is. See, as JSON file, and dump it, 2 parameters, first dictionary and second is the object that we have created for by using the open function there. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, the contents are put inside it. I have not printed anything on the screen. I just want to check the content of person.txt file. See this. This is your person.txt file. It's just a JSON file which is created by dumping the content inside. If I open that file by using my text editor, then also you can see this content. See, person.txt. Open it. See, it's a JSON file, and I can again use the load function to load this file in my program. Okay, so that's how common writing operations are possible for a JSON file. Using a dump function, you can write a dictionary inside the JSON. Okay, so you just check it out. So when you run the program, the person.txt file will be created, and it has the following text inside it. And now let's see, there is a concept called the pretty. Okay, if you work with MongoDB, you might be knowing that. So with the help of this pretty printing, we just can print the data perfectly on the screen. Like, okay, something different printing is this, not a single line printing. Okay, I'll show the output here. So first of all, what we have done, it's very interesting that I just stored the data in string format first. Okay, here name Bob, language is English, info, so 34, log and null. Okay, like this. Okay, it's a string data actually, which I have stored inside the respective variable person string. Okay, then I'm loading that person string into dictionary format. Okay, so load that into dictionary format, and after this, when we dump the data, okay, so when we dump the data, that time you have to pass some parameters there. See, so print json.dump. Okay, person dictionary. Okay, whatever dictionary created here. Okay, then indent 4, indentation we are giving 4 tabs are assigned, and sort by keys is equal to true. Okay, sort by keys equal to true. So whatever keys are there, accordingly the information will be sorted, and then that will be printed on the screen. Indent is given 4. Okay, I'll show the output. Let's talk about the indent again. The tab or the spaces will be given when you print it. It's just like a pretty print that we use in the MongoDB also. So similar way the data and output will be shown there. So let's go for the pretty operations here. So this is the program that we have created. So you might be knowing this is used for new line, okay, for the strings. And now let's try that. See this. This is what called as a pretty print. Here, this is the indentation, which is 4 spaces mentioned over here, starting from here 4, and again it's inside it. Okay, string, sorry, a list is given inside it. So again 4 here and 4 here, like this. So in this way, this is a pretty print operation. Means easily we can just look at the JSON string and observe the perfect data presented inside. It's not a single line, but on multi-line, this data can be visible and can be seen in pretty fashion with the help of the print function. Okay, so this is the way that we choose to perform operation with many operations with the JSON file format. This is where your output is. Okay, so these are the common operation that we need to remember. We need to work with the JSON file, and lot many data format can be converted into JSON. That's the secondary part, but this is up to you how exactly you will be doing practicals on it. If you're having any doubts or questions, so the contact information is given on the screen. Thank you.